Today, I'm going to talk about something that really pisses me off. I keep seeing these Catalina Crunch keto cookies, um, and they look good. They look like real Oreos. They look like they might taste good. I was close to buying these until I did a little research. Now, if you look on Amazon, you don't see an actual nutrition label anywhere. Um, and if you look at the price for what's the number of cookies here? Four flavors. It doesn't actually show how many. 16 cookies. So 16 times 4 is 64 cookies for probably with tax, you're talking about $40. A little ridiculous. If you do subscribe to save, you're going to save a little bit of money. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. But let's continue here. My favorite part are the reviews where people don't like them very much. So that's funny to me. And then uh, if you actually go a step further and actually find the nutrition label, which I did on their actual website, you click on this and you see a few things. You see the serving size, calories, etc. And I saw the serving size of two cookies, which put me off a little bit because that means each cookie is 45 calories. That kind of seems like a lot for a diet food. When I have a diet food, I kind of want to eat a decent amount and feel like I'm satiated from it and feel like I've actually snacked. So that disappointed me, but I decided to see, well, how many calories am I actually saving compared to real Oreos? And that's when I looked up the Oreo nutrition label, which is right here. And you're like, whoa, 170 calories, 90 calories, whoa. Oh, but there's a caveat here. Oreos have a serving size of three cookies, but these are two. Uh oh. Uh oh, we got some nutrition label BS going on. So I did the math. I divided all of the Oreo nutrition by 1.5 to give us the proper numbers. And once again, the way you do that to confirm is you divide 3 by 1.5 and you get 2. So calories appropriately matching the serving size. If the Oreo serving size were only two cookies, that would be 113.3 calories, be 4.6 grams of fat, it would be 16.6 grams of carbs, and zero point 0.6 grams of protein. Not eating my Oreos for my protein intake, I'll tell you that much. So if we go back to keto cookies, we have 90 calories, 6 grams of fat, 11 carbohydrates, and 4 grams of protein, which is fairly decent. But in order to make a meal out of this, I'm going to have to eat at least 10 cookies to get 20 grams of protein. So that's not happening. 20 grams of protein for 450 calories is kind of a no go for me, but it's not really the point. So let's do the math. Let's subtract these numbers from the modified Oreo numbers. Real Oreos are 23.3 calories more per serving size. And that's really 23 calories is nothing. It's absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. Um, it's what, 11 and a half calories per cookie? That's nothing. Okay. Um, Real Oreos are actually 1.4 grams less fat per serving size, 5.6 more carbohydrates, and 3.4 grams less of protein. But we already discussed we're not eating these for the protein content. I'm really annoyed. I'm really annoyed. I don't know how much Oreos cost, but $40 for 45 cookies, it's outrageous. Or 64 cookies, whatever it is. Um, I don't know the exact math, how you go from 64 cookies being a 45-day supply. Because if you have 16 cookies times 4 boxes, it's 64 cookies, but it says 45-day supply. Doesn't make sense to me. Um, So I'm really annoyed with Catalina Crunch for their lack of accuracy and truth in labeling. I mean, the label's true, don't get me wrong, but there's a little bit of obfuscation going on there. And it's funny because they do make actual decent products. This right here is really good and has pretty good macros. And it's not super expensive. I know it says $40 here for a 30-day supply. I don't really eat it like actual cereal. I throw it in with Faye yogurt, the Greek yogurt, non-fat, and add a little crunch. This is decent. You know, half a cup is a decent amount of stuff. You should put a whole cup. That's 220 calories for a whole cup of crunchiness, and it's 22 grams of protein out of it. Once again, we're seeing a much better ratio. This is 10% grams of protein, you know, compared to the number of calories, whereas this previous item is less than 5% grams of protein compared to the calorie content. So, um, not really impressed with this product, and they don't seem to taste all that good based on the Amazon reviews. 4 stars is decent, but if you actually look at the way the split works out, only 60% of people said 5 star. So that's it for today. A little bit of truth in labeling and a little bit of math. Hopefully, you'll learn something.